Hi, everybody. Okay, so happy Friday. Woo, we made it. I really didn't think I was gonna make it because the daylight savings time took me out. Um, so, but we did. Okay. Oh, okay. Get ready for a showdown. Something with the Logan sisters because So I told you today was gonna be the big day. They were gonna reveal that Eric is the designer for Logan, which is a big deal because he's the owner and creator of Forrester Creations. So the fact that he would design for anyone else is completely shocking, and could be seen as going against his family or whatever. But this is the main point here. Um, I think everyone on the Forrester side, being Brooke and Eric and all of them except for well, no, because Liam is on Spencer's side. Okay, so Brooke and Eric, but not really Eric. I don't know because see, I like to believe that John McCook is a nice guy and all this gentle soul. So the fact that if he's ever angry, I always think there has to be another motivating factor for him to be angry. I don't think he's angry at Katie because if he is, then I would argue he went there on his own volition and made him nobody pulled him over there. Nobody said you must design for Logan. He came there willingly and he wanted to help Katie. And Katie was the one who, before anything happened, said, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because are you sure that you want to make waves in the way that it would make waves?" And he said, "Yes, I'm 100% behind you." So you can't go back on that now. All right. But Brooke, oh my God. Okay, so I kind of talk about wardrobe as it happens because sometimes I'm like, oh, I talk about it as device, but now I'm going to talk about it in the way of clearly there's going to be a fight, and I mean a fight because Katie was in black, which is cool, but uh, they put Catherine Kelly Langbrook in red. Okay, so black and red are like fighting colors. Well, traditionally, red can also be seen as seductive. It depends on the scene, okay? But okay, so you put a woman in red. It can be seen as seductive. It could be seen as a power move. It could be seen as I want to fight with you. Depends on what the other person's wearing. But then also given the dialogue and the storyline and everything else. So that's how I determine what is the motivation here. Okay. And it's really weird because I was just gonna say today, I swear, that we hadn't seen uh, Liam or Hope for a while. And I said, "What's up with that?" And I was gonna say, are you don't like Scott Clifton anymore? You got nothing for him to do? I mean, he's a great actor, really nice guy. He could do comedy, drama. You could make him cry. You could injure him. God knows you have. I mean, come on, the man's got range. Um, okay, but then we saw Liam and Hope for a second. I mean, they were talking, but it was like Annika Noel Hope was trying to talk him out of helping Katie because she don't want to destroy the family. Whatever. Okay, so then he does, and he supports his dad and Katie. So okay, cool. Um, okay, and then Eric. Okay, the reason why I said Eric must have been talked into being angry is because Brooke was like, "I can't believe she's going through," but like she has more volume than I. I can't believe she's going through with it. And like, oh my God. Okay, woman. I mean, you knew what was happening. You knew that she was launching this line. She didn't lie to you. She didn't hold it back. So are you surprised she actually launched it? I mean, what? Okay. Given the context of a couple of days ago and yesterday, I'm starting to think that you want her to fail. So then you can say, oh, well, that was a nice try, little sister, and be all condescending again. I want to pop her one. So yeah. Okay. So then all this press is all about the line and who's the designer and whatever. So then Heather Thomas is great. She makes a speech and stuff, and she says, I know you guys are really excited about the launch, and you don't want to know who designer is, do you? And they're like, yeah, tell us. And then she says, Eric Forster. I swear, everybody's jaw dropped. Like, and I was like, yes. And then, let's see. And then somebody, a woman, I think it's Morgan Fairchild. I may have gotten it wrong, but anyway, she, of course, she's playing a character, and she's like, "No, honey, no, you must be joking. Who's the designer?" And then Don Diamond had to come on the mic and go, "Yeah, it really is Eric Forster." And then again with the and then so then they show a preview of the collection, and oh my god, the dresses are beautiful. They're beautiful. They're one was like silver with the accents, one was like leopard print. I'm like, okay, bring it. It's great. Okay, so then the coup de grace, the last moment. So when he says it really is Eric, Brooke with all her attitude says, I can't believe she actually went through with it. And then she says, I forget what she says. And then she says, well, this is war. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So then that's the whole episode. Okay. I'm gonna give you a bit of the spoilers. Okay. So then well, they're setting it up for RJ and Will are not gonna like each other. And they're clearly setting it up. And okay, and then Electra and Dylan or Melissa are gonna have a so yeah. And then Muriel Hilaire is gonna come in and try to talk to Ivy again, which is probably gonna be a no go because Ivy Ashley Brewer, I gotta give it up to her. Ashley Brewer is like pretty much everyone else. She can play anything, meaning she can play sweet, innocent, and whatever, and you're like root for her. And then she can be bad girl, and you're like, what? And then I was like, oh, okay, she's going that way. And then I'm like, wow. And then I have a myriad of emotions, which means that you're doing something right because if I have any emotion at all toward your character, either I want to root for you or I want you off the planet. You're doing something good because that's what you want. You want me to have a reaction. You don't want me to be like, eh. So yeah. Okay. So then Electra is gonna be entitled again. And then RJ and Will are gonna have a talk or whatever where they're not going to agree. And then, like I said, Daphne is going to try to come to defense of Electra, but I see more chemistry with Mill. I'm all team Mill. Bring it. I don't like we. I thought I was gonna like Wee, but I don't like Electra now. Although I was kind of lukewarm on her the whole time because I was like, what the who is this girl? And then she's got no oomph. Mm. All right, bye everybody.